Horror is a beautiful monster. It lives not just in what you see, but in what you hear. Sound is the ghost in the machine of cinema. It can make you jump from your seat. It can make your heart beat fast. A scary movie without sound is like a creature without a shadow. It is incomplete. The darkness on the screen is empty until a sound fills it. A whisper, a footstep, a strange noise from another room. These things paint a picture in your mind. A picture that is often more terrifying than any monster we could show you on screen. Sound is the secret key that unlocks your deepest fears. The director uses sound to play with you, the audience. We want you to feel the story, not just watch it. When a character walks into a dark basement, the silence is very important, but the silence is never truly empty. You might hear the faint drip of water. You might hear the hum of an old furnace. These small sounds make the silence feel heavy. They make you wait for something bad to happen. They build a feeling called suspense. This feeling is a promise of terror. It is the breath the monster takes before it roars, and it is all created with carefully chosen sounds. Think about the last horror film that truly scared you. Was it the monster's face? Or was it the sound it made just before you saw it? Often the sound is what truly does the work. It is a primal thing. Since the beginning of time, strange sounds in the dark meant danger. A twig snapping in the forest meant a predator was near. Horror films use this ancient instinct. They use sounds to warn you, to trick you, and to shock you. A sudden loud noise can make you jump. This is a simple trick, but it is very effective. It is called a jump scare, but the best horror sound is not always loud. Sometimes the quietest sounds are the most frightening. The soft scratching from inside a wall. The gentle creak of a floorboard upstairs when everyone is supposed to be asleep. These sounds tell you that something is wrong. They create a sense of unease, a feeling that you are not safe. They creep under your skin and stay there long after the movie is over. They are the whispers of the story, telling you to be afraid. This is the true magic of sound design in horror. It is the art of making you believe in the dark. Foley is a special kind of movie magic. It is not made with computers or taken from a library. It is made by people, called Foley artists. These artists are like musicians of noise. They watch the movie on a big screen in a special studio. They then use everyday objects to create the sounds that match the actions. When a character walks on gravel, a Foley artist might step in a shallow box full of small rocks. When a character's bones are broken, they might snap celery sticks close to a microphone. It is a very creative and physical job. The purpose of Foley is to make the sounds feel real and unique to the film. Every movie has its own world, and that world needs its own sounds. The footsteps of a hero sound different from the footsteps of a monster. A Foley artist can perform these sounds to match the character's feelings. Are they walking slowly and nervously? The Foley artist will perform that. Are they running in a panic? The Foley artist will perform that too. This adds a layer of personality and emotion that you cannot get from a generic sound effect. It is a performance, just like acting. Let's look at an example. In a movie like The sound of bare feet on a dusty floor is very important. A Foley artist would not just record someone walking, they would think about the character. Are they trying to be silent? Are they heavy or light? They might walk on their toes on a surface covered in cornstarch to get that soft, dusty sound. For the sound of a knife stabbing something, they might not use a real knife. Instead, they could plunge a knife into a head of cabbage or a watermelon. The sound is wet, brutal, and shocking, but nobody gets hurt. Foley gives the director complete control over the sound. It ensures that every single noise in the film is there for a reason. The sound of a character's leather jacket creaking as they breathe heavily. The rustle of leaves as a creature moves through the undergrowth. These sounds are recorded live, in sync with the picture. This makes the world of the film feel solid and believable. Without Foley, movies would feel strangely empty and flat. The small, ordinary sounds are what convince your brain that what you're seeing is real, which makes the scary parts even scarier. While Foley is custom-made, there is another powerful tool: pre-recorded sound effects. Think of it as a giant library of noises. This library contains thousands, even millions of sounds that have been recorded and collected over many years. Do you need the sound of a thunderstorm? It is in the library. Do you need a wolf's howl, a police siren, or a door slamming shut? They are all there, ready to be used. Sound designers can search this library to find the perfect sound for a specific moment in the film. This is a very efficient way to work. These sound effects are often used for things that are difficult or impossible to create with Foley. For example, the sound of a massive explosion or the roar of a giant monster. You cannot safely create a real explosion in a Foley studio, but a sound designer can take a pre-recorded explosion sound and make it even bigger. They can layer it with other sounds like animal roars or metal tearing to create something new and terrifying. This is how many iconic monster sounds are born. It is like being a chef, mixing different ingredients to create a new flavor of fear. Famous horror films often use pre-recorded sounds to great effect. Think of the classic Wilhelm scream. It is a specific recording of a man screaming that has been used in hundreds of movies as a small joke among filmmakers. In horror, however, the sounds are more serious. The buzzing of the chainsaw inn is a good example. While some of it might have been recorded on set, that sound is often sweetened and enhanced with sound effects from a library to make it louder, more menacing, and more constant than a real chainsaw might be. The strength of pre-recorded sound effects is their variety and power. They can provide sounds that are larger than life. They save a lot of time and money because you do not need to record everything from scratch. A sound designer can quickly try out different door creaks or thunderclaps to see which one works best for a scene. However, if they are not chosen carefully, they can sound generic. The same scream or thunder sound might be in many other movies. That is why a good sound designer often alters and mixes these sounds to make them feel unique to their film. So, which is better, Foley or pre-recorded sound effects? The truth is that neither is better. They are different tools for different jobs. A truly great horror film uses both. It is a delicate dance between the two. The sound designer is the choreographer of this dance. They must decide when a scene needs the personal, custom touch of Foley and when it needs the power and scale of a pre-recorded sound effect. The choice depends entirely on the story and the feeling they want to create for the audience. Foley is perfect for intimate, character-driven sounds. The sound of a character's breathing, the rustle of their clothes, their soft footsteps on a creaky floor. These sounds connect you to the character. You feel like you are in the room with them, sharing their fear. When a monster is slowly scraping its claws along a wall, Foley makes that sound feel terrifyingly close and real. It gives the sound a physical presence. Its limitation is that it cannot easily create huge, epic sounds like an earthquake or a building collapsing. It is for the small, personal details. Pre-recorded sound effects are the opposite. They are perfect for big, impactful moments that are beyond human scale. The unearthly shriek of a ghost, the roar of a supernatural beast, or the loud bang that makes the audience jump. These sounds are designed to shock and overwhelm. A sound designer might take a lion's roar, slow it down, and mix it with a metallic screech to create a monster's voice. The limitation is that these sounds can sometimes feel less personal. If used poorly, they can feel disconnected from the action on screen. In the end, the goal is to tell a story and create an emotion. The sound designer uses Foley and sound effects like a painter uses different brushes and colors. They blend them together to create a seamless world of terror. The Foley footsteps make you believe the character is real. Then, the pre-recorded monster roar makes you believe they are in real danger. One sound grounds you in reality, and the other shatters it. This combination is what makes the experience so powerful. Good sound design is not just about making noise, it is about making you feel. It is the heartbeat of the monster, and it is the soul of horror.